Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Suds News. And you'll notice the background is actually a little different. More on that later. But I am Vinny, and as always, I'm joined by my awesome co-host, Angela. Back after a week, taking a week off from, because of Labor Day and just other stuff that's been going around and going on in our lives. But we did have to take a break last week. Angela, how are you doing? How was your couple weeks gone?
It's been crazy but good. My parents are on a cruise, so I'm picking up the slack with my great aunt who's in the nursing home, and so it's been a lot of time in the car. But I've gotten through like 3 audiobooks and a bunch of podcasts, so it's been great. And mea culpa, it's my fault. Last week I just couldn't, and Vinny was nice enough to go, all right. So, because it was just too much for me.
That's all right. It's understandable. You're doing a lot. You're trying to get the website up and running.
The website up and running, which has been. I'm sorry, guys. I know you're waiting for it. My daughter, who was working on it, had a personal issue in her private life, so I had to do some. I'm trying to do it myself, and I'm old, so I'm hoping to have it up so soon.
Well, one of the first posts is up is my report on Real American Freestyle 01, RAF 01. That happened last weekend, and that's a big thing. And I did go live afterwards with freestyling on RAF, the brand new show regarding all that. That'll happen after every one of those events going forward. Hi, Steve. Welcome to the chat. Annie, welcome. Anya, welcome to the chat on X. Jeannie, welcome. Tink Lou, don't worry, you didn't miss. Yeah, you did miss us last week, but and then Chad, welcome as well. Thank you guys for tuning in, and thank you for the 20 plus subscribers that we gained last week alone on YouTube. So we are up to 245 subscribers on YouTube. Definitely share, like, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button if you like it, like the show, and react to the chat as well. It helps with the algorithm. And turn on those notification bells. We're trying to get to 500 so we can start to get monetized. Hi, Kaiwan, welcome to the chat. Hi, Susan, welcome as well. Just a lot of stuff going on. Before we get into anything, I do want to give you guys a programming update. Next week, we are going to be live on Sunday. That's right. Sunday, September 14th, we are going to be live. Reason being is that on Monday, I'm going to be traveling. I'm going to be coming back to Connecticut from Florida because I'm going down to Florida this weekend for the Samantha's Friends charity event in Sarasota. So that's where I'm going to be this weekend. Monday, I'll be traveling. So we're going to do Suds News with me live from Florida from my hotel room on Sunday night. So keep your calendars. Sunday the 14th, Suds News is going on Soapy Sunday. Hi, Cass. Welcome to the chat.
Neglected, Cass.
You are definitely not neglected.
I remembered to send her the link today. I don't always believe me. It's really just the people who are in the beginning of my, I don't scroll down like I probably should in my, sorry, my fault. Don't feel neglected. We're here.
But yes, we are here and we are having a good time. We're going to be talking all about such a great 2 weeks of General Hospital. The Drew Done It is upon us.
Yes, it is.
The attempted murder that everybody wanted, and another murder on top of that. So we are here, but I do right off the top of the bat want to say that this podcast is powered by W Energy. That's DUBBY.GG. Their energy, it is jitterless caffeine. It's made by the coffee fruit plant. Matter of fact, tonight, because I have to be in work early tomorrow, I'm not doing the caffeine thing. I'm not doing the energy drink tonight. I'm doing a hydration drink, and that's this one here. If you could see it, it is There we go. Yep. I'm doing W Hydro, which is watermelonade, which is watermelon lemonade. It's absolutely fantastic. I recommend checking it out. Go to wdubby.gg and use the promo code Suds Media for 10% off your purchase. W Energy, they have both energy drinks and hydration drinks and cool little shaker bottles. So check that out. And it's powered by Shopify. So they got the shop button there. It's connected to the shop app. So w.gg, use promo code Suds Media for 10% off your purchase. All right. We had a long couple weeks, a lot of stuff going on. We've got some new actors, recasts that are here. We've got a returning person on video. Just a lot going down.
Yes.
We might as well start. Before we start anything, as you can tell behind us, we do have a new logo. Suds News has a new logo, and I'm going to show it to everybody right now, and that is right there. It's kind of based off the old General Hospital logo, but figured it was time for a change, time to make it look a little more cool and hip. But that is also available on our merch shop as well, without the background. But the Suds News logo itself is up on our merchandise shop as well.
Nice.
So
yeah, I gotta get that logo.
All right, so we've got some stuff to talk about in Port Charles. Might as well start with the attempted murder of Drew Cain. And I say attempted because he didn't die, much to the chagrin of about 25% of vocal people on Twitter.
I mean, honestly, everything is much to their the chagrin of about 25 people.
Yeah.
Let's call a thing.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm pretty sure somebody said that he didn't die. I can't remember who it was. Who was it that said that he was going to get shot and not die, and there was going to be a lot of suspects? I can't remember. It can't have been me. I never know anything.
Although I will say the rumor mill has been afloat with Ryan Pavey actually reprising the role of Nathan, as opposed to earlier reports saying that it's not him.
No, we know he does. Do you want to know how we know he does? What's really, really funny?
Yeah.
Steve and Bradford spoiled it on their podcast accidentally.
Oh.
Yeah, Steve and Bradford on their podcast said, I'm sorry, I'm trying to post the link different places, said Nathan's coming back, and then they were like, oops, wait, are we supposed to? Whoa, and then just went on with it, because at that point, even though they don't go live, so you'd think they could just edit it out, but apparently they decided to go.
They're live on Patreon. They do go live on Patreon.
Yes, but this was their recorded podcast.
Oh,
yeah.
But I did hear it, but I just figured they were referring to Ryan Pavey as Nathan, and just in general, because I know Steve doesn't watch the show, so
no,
I don't.
He does
not.
No, he is back as Nathan, but there are a lot of rumors about him being brainwashed with Faison's brain, because Faison is not back.
Right.
So, so there's a lot of. It's going to be interesting him coming back without Maxie for a while.
Right.
So.
Yeah, it is. It is going to be weird. But you know what? Either way, I like Ryan Pavey. And I do happen to enjoy the idea of him coming back. Ooh, I don't want that to echo myself. All right, but I do like the idea of him coming back, because he was another one that said, he never wanted to come back. He wanted his character to be killed off. But I guess because he's a hot guy, the critics have been silenced about it, and nobody's really complaining. They were more complaining about Kelly Tebow coming back.
Oh no, I've seen a lot of complaining about him coming back. Believe me, everybody's complaining. A lot of people are complaining, just as many as her. And the thing is that I don't think he's back for that. I don't think he signed a long-term contract. Yep. And he didn't ask them to bring him back. They asked him for this story.
Oh, okay.
I'm not a fan of like Kelly Tebow is fine. I have nothing against her personally. Let me just preface this with that. I don't hate her. I have no issue with her. She's fine. She's funny. She's great. She's a goof. I love that. But I have an issue, and she's done it a couple times. She's left the show. And when she leaves, she kind of acts like I'm going on to bigger and better things, which to me is an insult to soaps.
Yes.
And I have an issue with that. I agree. She made a big deal about wanting Britt to be killed off for closure, but then didn't want to come back as anybody but Britt.
Yeah.
Which was okay. But I have an issue with people who leave because they think they're better than soaps. And she's done it a couple times.
Yes.
And I also have an issue with what she did with Cody when she was there. And I really don't think Frank should be rewarding that behavior, but I don't make the rules. So,
Yeah, no, you're exactly right. You're exactly right. And I'm kind of the same way. It's kind of like the Rock effect, in my opinion, for wrestling fans when he left wrestling to go to Hollywood and he didn't come back for so long. And every time he comes back, he has to be in the main event. He has to be the one to go over. I mean, this year alone, The Rock has ruined multiple stories because he didn't feel like coming back. He ruined the whole John Cena turn because, it was kind of unfinished, and that goes deeper. And if you want to see more about it, go watch WWE Unreal, WWE Unreal on Netflix.
Right.
But so, which I did watch, and it was actually really good. It didn't break kayfabe too much. But I want to thank the 109 people currently watching live on the multiple destinations that we're on. Thank you so much for tuning in. Go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the notifications bell because it helps us, and you'll get notified all the content that's on this network, whether it's soap opera related, wrestling related, or anything else that we might put up. So definitely check it out. I do also want to let everybody know when you go to suds-media.com now, it comes right to the YouTube channel. I ended up stopping the web page through pod page for a couple reasons. One, for there was really no reason to have it because everything is right here on YouTube. Secondly, I didn't want to spend the money. Quite honestly, I don't want to spend the money on pod page when there's no reason to.
Right, and there's a podcast section on the new website.
Yeah, exactly.
So you have free access to it. That's ours.
Yeah. So suds-media.com does come directly to the YouTube channel, and the links have kind of changed a little. So if you want to visit our sponsored page, or should I say, if you want to get our merchandise, it's merch.suds-media.com now, and that goes to our Threadless shop. And if you want to go to our WWE shop affiliate link, it is wrestlingmerch.suds-media.com. So check those out. It's all in the show notes anyways, but either way. Okay. So yeah, I see what Jeannie said. I've always had a problem of them leaving when 2 years go by and no big break, they come back. And that's exactly what it is.
Here's my thing. I don't have a problem with them leaving. A lot of actors don't want to play the same role. They became actors because they want to do a bunch of different things. I don't mind that. My thing is when they leave and act like they're leaving something lesser.
Right.
That's my problem, because soap actors go to other soaps and stuff like that. My issue is when they leave and act like, and it's my same issue that I used to have. I used to have huge issues with Keanu Reeves, like massive issues with him, because he refused to do anything with Bill and Ted's. He thought he had been better. He thought he was better than Bill and Ted's now, and I'm just like, Bill and Ted's made you. There'd have been no Neo. There'd have been no Speed. There'd have been none of that if you hadn't played that goofball. So I have an issue with people who forget what got them where they were going.
Where they came from.
I mean? Exactly. Yep. And I'm not saying you have to be tied to something forever, but to absolutely refuse to have anything to do with what made you is just bizarre to me. Just absolutely fucking bizarre. It just is. Sorry.
I mean, which makes me all the more happier that Bill Pullman and Rick Moranis are both reprising their roles in the Spaceballs sequel coming out. And Chris Candy is taking John Candy's role, and Dave DeLuise is taking Dom DeLuise's place. Because they've obviously both passed on. So
absolutely,
yeah. So, no, I agree with you.
The Matrix is a great movie series, whatever, great, fine, whatever. But it's entertainment, same as Bill and Ted's.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's just the fact. It just is.
Yeah. Well, it's all entertainment in general. It's all entertainment. And honestly, what I don't understand is for somebody like Kelly Tebow, who has talked negatively about the soaps, she knows how hard a soap actor works. Why would she talk down about that kind of work?
Amen.
When you go
it's not enough when people outside the genre bash it because they don't know what they're talking. But for somebody who's been there, no, I'm sorry, it's just unacceptable to me. It just is.
Yeah, exactly. And Chad says the same. I feel the same way.
That's my issue. It has a lot of people. You're just bitter about what the hell do I have to be bitter about? Good Lord, I'm not bitter about Charlie, and I have no doubt that Charlie are still endgame. This is a Britt stop.
Well, speaking of Charlie and the Britt stop, Jason went full stop today. When Britt had an ankle monitor, cuffed to her ankle, and allegedly, she was going to, if she stepped out of the room, she would get blown up, or if she tried to take it off, get blown up. As soon as she said, I found Jocelyn or some guy, he's like, wait a minute, Jocelyn Jax is here?
Yeah.
And after that, he's like, okay, I'll be back.
Right. And she's like, where are you going? You said Joss was in trouble. I'm in trouble. I'll be right back. He did not think twice. People, excuse me, what in God's name do I have to be bitter about? Because he went there. People are like, well, of course it's his goddaughter. But why is she his goddaughter? She is to him what she is to him because she is Carly's child. Same with Michael. There never would have been a Jason and Michael if there hadn't have been a Jason and Carly bond. This all goes back to my girl. And, and I do not begrudge anybody enjoying J. Britt. I don't begrudge anybody who enjoyed J. Sam or Jason and Liz. I will not say that name. I can't stand it, but I was nice and didn't say the hater name. Whatever. Like what you like. But as I posted on my Twitter today, we all like what we like. I could never root for my girl to come in 37th behind Carly and everyone adjacent to her, including her pool boy, her chiropractor, the person who sweeps up at her nail salon. You do you, but just know this is what you're getting into. And spoiler alert for everybody who's like, this one's going to be different. He's going to take the conversation with Sasha. He had that conversation with Brenda when he was with Courtney. He had that conversation with others when he was with Liz, when he was Sam. And there were even times he said, no, this person comes first, Carly. But when she called, he went. Period. End of story. And that will remain.
Agreed.
This is
it really
Carly
will.
is not J. Britt angst.
Right.
J. Britt is Jarly angst.
Yeah.
That's all.
And that's
Just
that's when it comes. Yeah, that's what it boils down to. And honestly, who knows how long Kelly Tebow is for this world, anyways?
Exactly.
You know,
She signed a 3-year contract, but
well,
I will say,
in the word,
so did Jonathan Jackson.
In the words of Vince McMahon, that's only as relevant as the paper that is written on.
Right.
Valuable.
And she signed a 3-year contract, but the show has an out every 13 or 26 weeks. Probably 26. But Jason's not going to tell Carly about Joss. There's going to be some reason. It's either going to be dangerous for there's going to be some reason. But that's what I'm saying, that this is Jarly angst. He's not going to tell her. And it's not going to be just to lie to her. He's going to have a good reason for it, but it's going to be angsty for them. But he has lied to her before. He didn't tell her the truth about Sasha, even though they didn't talk about it. He lied to her about Sam's baby being his way back in the day. Jason and she has lied to him.
And Daisy, I don't think it's putting Britt ahead of Joss. I think it's putting WSB business or Carly's safety ahead of telling her that Joss is in WSB.
If Carly finds out, it could be dangerous for Joss. It could be dangerous for Carly. It could be, treason charges for somebody. You know what I mean? Like that's how Brennan kept Anna quiet. Or could also be, Mom is so happy with Brennan. Let's give him a chance. The reason for it is going to be soapy and angsty, and I'm here for it.
Exactly.
So I don't think Joss is leaving the WSB, no, because this story was what they gave. Eden wanted an action story to stay. When she signed her last contract, Eden asked for an action story.
Yeah.
This is what they gave her. I don't think it's ending.
And I like her I like the story. And listen, here's the thing. I see a lot of people, she's not believable as an agent and this and that. But see, here's the deal. She's a rookie agent.
Right.
That's what it boils down to.
Right. Exactly.
And Daisy, I misunderstand what you meant. You're right. Yeah. He would save Joss first before Britt. I'm sorry, I misunderstood.
The thing is, Anna was younger than Joss.
Yeah. And she's
Anna
still learning.
Was younger than Joss when she became an agent. And then she turned to by Joss's age, she had already betrayed her country as a double agent. And for everybody's like, it would make more sense if it was Emma. Please explain that to me. Why?
Yeah.
Because Emma's grandparents were WSB, grandparents who lived on the opposite side of the world from her. And yes, she visited, it's not like she grew up under their spy tutelage.
Yeah.
Joss was exposed to more action and guns and yada yada than Emma ever was. Emma's parents were doctors.
And Joss is seeing the bad side
as well. I would love Emma and Joss as partners in the WSB. I'd be all over it. I really would, and I'd have no problem with it. But for the argument that Emma would make more of a logic as a spy because her grandparents that weren't around a lot of her life were spies, it doesn't fly with me. Doesn't.
And see, here's the thing. Joss has seen the bad side of violence. She has seen the criminal enterprise of Sonny and Jason and her mother and, all this other stuff. So she's driven to now put that kind of knowledge into work for good by being part of the WSB. Emma, I agree. She's a brand new agent. Emma would become a double agent. But Emma, if you go based on your parents, Emma would be a surgeon right now.
Exactly.
And she would be at GH.
When they had Joss studying medicine, that made sense to me as well. Her grandmother was head nurse. Her uncle is a doctor. You know what I mean? That also made sense to me. Yes. But I love Super Agent Joss. I love it. Love the WSB story.
Daisy says, I say that Emma is easy to be radicalized because of how easily.
Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
MKMS, I think this is the first time I've seen you in the chat. So welcome. Josh not looking like a spy is a plus. She's not supposed to look like a spy, and that's just it.
Right.
She's not, which is why they gave her and Vaughn the cover of
look like a spy when she was young like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When Anna would have been young like that, she wouldn't have either.
Exactly. Yeah.
So whatever, people. It's just, I'm sorry. A lot of that is just people hating on Joss because of the Carly connection. It really is. That's just what it is. So
I agree. But you know what? I gotta say that the whole Joss storyline is fantastic. I really laughed out loud when Jason said "see you" to Britt when he found out Joss is in trouble.
Oh my God.
I thought that was great.
Oh my God. It was certainly made my day.
Yeah, it was fantastic. I enjoyed it. But it was funny. But now we do have to move on to the Drew done it. Who shot Congressman Drew Cain? And you can't, and I know you can't necessarily go by whatever kind of shadows are the person behind the gun because they could use a production person or whatever.
Exactly. They use whoever is standing, whatever group standing there. Yeah.
Right. Exactly. And I mean, because if you look at the shadow, it kind of looks like Stella, which is why I'm like, it could be Stella.
I think it looked like Willow or Danny.
I didn't even think about Danny. I didn't even think about Danny.
Danny would make sense to me because of the whole gun thing that they had going on with him when Jason first came back. And Drew's taking his sister away.
Yep.
And you know what I mean? So I could see it being Danny. I don't think it is. I think it's Jacinda. Because
I heard somebody replied to when I said that I thought it might be Stella, that this person had heard that Stella might be leaving the show. So I know she's recurring. I don't know if she's necessarily leaving the show. I haven't heard anything to confirm that.
I don't think I haven't heard that she's leaving, and I would be very, very surprised if they would send her out that way.
Yeah.
One, they don't need to because they already have her, up on charges. They can just send her to prison. I think it's going to go deeper than that. I think it's going to end up being Jacinda because she suddenly reappears with this. Okay. But we'll see. I mean, because, Michael's going to her for an alibi, but he also will inadvertently be giving her one.
Yes, exactly. So and not to mention, it's like she's already flawed because she's the one in the pictures and everything. I like how we figured that out. I liked that we saw that he does have an alibi because he was with her. But then he ended up seeing the pictures of Drew and, and the body shots.
Well, and he was with her, but he wasn't with her the whole time because Tracy saw him outside of Drew's when she showed up and found Drew.
That's right. Yes.
So, this is he's working on a fictitious alibi here.
Yeah.
Now, Willow, see, the fact that they didn't kill him makes it possible that it is a main character. And Willow kind of would make sense, but they also just got back together. So,
right.
I don't know. I mean, unless they're doing like she's got some sort of split personality thing going on, but I think they would have probably done that starting with the baby stuff. But we'll see. I mean, it could be really anything.
So Bob says, what about Scout? She can't see her family because she just found that out today.
Right. I mean, yeah, she did just find out today about that, and I don't think she's mature enough. I don't think she's grown up enough to lie about just finding out about that.
Right.
I thought Scout or Danny would be interesting to me because the adults, when they found out, would be falling over themselves to cover for the kid.
Yeah.
I think Scout would have been interesting, and they could definitely, there's such a absolute, but my thing with Scout is that, I don't know, I don't see her standing over her father's already shot body and firing another shot into him.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's kind of cold for a kid. I don't even think I really see Danny doing that.
I agree.
You know what I mean? I think with a kid, even if they did the first one intentionally, I don't see them going for the second. I think it would be too much of a mind fuck for them. The first shot taking him down like that. So I don't know. I think it's going to end up being one of the adults, but my money right now is on Day Player.
Yeah, that's kind of what led me to Stella. And then Steve said the rumor that he heard was that she's leaving because of real life medical issues. That could be, but I'm not so sure. I haven't heard anything about that.
I haven't heard anything. I'm not touching anything over like that.
So Daisy says they did a kid shooter on Days, and that girl was a bitch anyways.
Yeah,
so, I mean, that girl was trouble.
Rachel's a crazy one anyway. But yes, they did do that. And again, her mother covered for her and is in jail for her right now for it.
Yeah.
It's not going to be Monica because they're not going to play that storyline with.
I mean, Monica could barely get out of bed at this point.
Being able to play it. You know what I mean? I don't think that makes any, I don't think it's going to be Monica. Monica doing it would be soapy, but there's also really, I don't see why she would do it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I don't know if Danny's leaving unless they're recasting him because they're planning this big story with Danny, Rocco, and Charlotte. Although I don't know what it could be because she's blood related to both of them.
Right. She is.
Unless they make her not Valentin's kid, she's blood related to both of these people. Both of the, to Danny. So, and Rocco's her brother. So.
Exactly. So, I mean, who knows? I mean, it's always a positive. I mean, you know what's really cool is that
if they made Rocco Brits, but still they were raised as brother and sister, that'd be gross.
Yeah. But you know what? I mean, the biggest thing right now that's going on is the fact that we can't figure out who it is. There's so many options and so many possibilities, and the stories that come out of it is fantastic because, all right, let's look at Portia. Portia's alibi is Isaiah. So now it would have to come out.
Cheating on her husband.
Exactly. So there's another lie, number one, but does Portia want, and it's also somebody who's under her direct control. So that's an ethics violation for the hospital.
Exactly.
So Portia's in deep shit no matter which way she goes.
Yeah. Nina's a suspect. It could be, she tripped over herself to give herself an alibi.
Yes.
With Willow. So.
Yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen because it's so hard to predict, and I love it.
JR way back when.
Yeah.
We talked about it all summer. Who shot JR? The reveal turned out to be a little disappointing, but still, I don't think they're going to change Rocco's paternity.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
I don't think so. I mean, I know that there's speculation and never say never, but I don't think they're going to. He has too many legacy connections.
But then again, even if they did, and it turned out to be Britt and Nicholas's baby, he's still a Cassadine. So he's still related to Sam.
He couldn't be Britt and Nicholas's baby because she was pregnant way before she ever got
pregnant. Oh, that's right. You're right. Yes.
Would have been with Patrick or some rando that,
Yeah.
Or it could have been Dante's. I don't know. I mean, it would have to be a major, major retcon.
Yeah.
And I know they retcon things, but they don't usually retcon
something that big. Like that. Yeah.
I mean, it's a major, major retcon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard that too. I just don't know if Frank would spend the money to record multiple cast members doing it. I mean, he may make them think he did. That'd be very Machiavellian of him. But yeah.
So, I mean, either way, it's fantastic. It's a fantastic story. Kudos to Chris Van Etten and Elizabeth Corte for this story because I'm loving it. And it's been fantastic. And the wrinkle in it is Judge Heron's body showing up in the river first.
Yes.
And Danny and Rocco calling Sonny of all people, because Jason told Danny, always call Sonny if there's a problem.
I mean, honestly, Rocco calling Sonny makes sense to me because it's his grandfather.
But his dad's a cop.
Right. But there's a body you call your grandfather because grandpa might have been the one to put the body in the water.
That's true, yeah. You're right, Daisy. There would be a riot on Twitter if Rocco's paternity was changed.
He's Lulu and Dante's only biological kid. He's a Spencer Cassadine, or he's a Spencer Corinthos. Yeah, I don't see it. I don't see them taking a grandkid away from Luke and Laura. So,
yeah.
I mean, I could see them kind of saying that they would, but I don't think that it's a thing that they're actually going to do.
Yeah.
And agreed. I think that if they were to do it, it would be undone. So.
Collette, I mean, I don't know where Collette fits into that story. She's more, I mean, she's more involved in the whole Britt, Joss, WSB story. And I know, and I know Carly's kind of involved in both stories because of, who she is. But at this point, I think Carly's going to more be involved with the whole WSB story with Jason and Joss and Britt. I don't think she's going to have too big a role in the Drew story.
I don't think Vaughn's a Quartermain, but I am wondering if he's connected to Erica Slazak's character.
That could be, yeah.
And I'm also wondering if Brennan is, because they said that she has more ties to the canvas than just Monica.
Kaiwan asks, do you think there's a new love interest? The hooker can be a new love interest for Michael.
I mean, Jacinda could. I mean, it's totally possible because Michael.
I mean, Michael's gone out with a hooker before.
I mean, exactly, him and Abby.
Yeah.
But I don't know that she's sticking around that long. If she's Drew's shooter, then no, she's just here to be the fall guy. But it is possible that they could do a little bit of a love interest. I don't think it'd be a long-term thing. I could see it being an interim until they get Sasha back.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to see Sophia back within a year of her leaving, but we'll see.
Yeah. Chad says, I'm also really enjoying Anna in investigative mode. Can I just say, the way they ended, was it Friday's episode? Of, with Anna running down all of the suspects and showing the pictures and the voiceover over all of the collage of that, to me was awesome. Like, huge props to the editing and the production team there, because it felt like the beginning of an escape room. Like here's all the suspects. Here's how we have to, and we have to figure this out. And then Anna and Dante and Chase strategizing today.
And the PD get to actually kind of be competent since they're not going up against Jason or Sonny.
Right. Although both have a very big conflict of interest,
True.
because Dante's brother and Chase's ex-wife are both the two main suspects. Right. So the way that Anna's like, can I trust you? And they're like, yeah. But if, the judgment gets clouded, I mean, where's the black detective? I don't even remember his name, but he was there for a cup of coffee. Why is he not in here?
Because he's but it's also, it's funny to me, Anna talking about, people being able to stay objective.
Yeah.
And conflicts of interest. She doesn't know nothing about that.
Exactly. Oh, Bennett, you're right, Daisy. Thank you. Detective Bennett. I mean, he was a believable character. I mean, the fact that he was not connected to anybody in town, means he would not have a conflict of interest. I mean, where's he? Why is he not part of this story? Bob says, is Eric on long term or short term? More likely short term.
Right now it's short term but she has a contract that I think is for 13 weeks, but I'm not 100% sure. I know that she's on contract.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I also think that there's a possibility for more with her.
Yeah,
I think the original short-term contract was, yeah.
Aisha, welcome to the chat. Britt gave her father this big spiel about how she wasn't going to carry on his bloodline. So, I mean, that's true too. I mean,
do you guys want to hear a little bit of a behind-the-scenes spoiler about Erica Slezak's character? Or the story?
I'm all ears. I know Chad may want to mute for a couple seconds because he didn't want any spoilers.
Not a spoiler about her story, although there is this. But she started filming today. She did wardrobe fittings last week. She started fitting. So the entire idea for bringing her on and the idea for her story came from the one, the only Jane Elliott.
Wow. Okay.
She pitched it to Frank. She wanted Erica on the show, and she pitched the story. She came up with the story and everything. Obviously not writing it, but she came up with the story for it to bring her on, wanted it to be Erica, and pitched it to Frank, and he jumped.
I mean, that makes me wondering even still as to why she's not playing, Vicky Lord or Buchanan, excuse me, because Vicky Buchanan and Tracy Quartermain could be gold.
I like that she's somebody who's bad, though. She seems to be bad. And this also gives the opportunity to have her have the connections to the WSB stuff, if that's where they're going to go with it. Because they said that she has connections other than Monica on the canvas, because she shows up after the funeral.
Okay.
And says that, and tries to stake claim to the house.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
And I like Chad. I was saying today they could have brought him or a new detective in. I know if Jagger was still alive, he'd be too laser focused on Sonny and Michael.
Jagger was fine when he first got here.
Right.
So annoying.
But then he was obsessed.
I did to him. His obsession came right at the end.
Yeah.
Craziness. Anyway, all right. Go ahead.
But yeah, I like the idea of Erica Slezak. I almost thought that they were trying to swerve us with saying she was a new character when Martin and Lulu talked, and Martin was like, "Here, I'm going to give you a story off the record." Because if you quote me, I could lose my license. Brought up on charges and stuff. I really thought that she would come in as Vicky, as the editor-in-chief of the, Landview paper, saying we can't print this because it could be, libel or whatever. I need your source, and I thought that was kind of like the setup, but apparently I'm wrong.
Yep. Nope. She is a completely new character. Yeah.
All right. Well,
so
I mean, it would be nice if they do bring a One Life to Live AMC hybrid back to ABC and get rid of GMA3, and this could be the start of it.
I'm hearing rumors that their ABC is going to see a new soap, and it could be an old soap coming back. And I heard that that's why they moved a couple of the markets back to 3 o'clock.
Yeah, because Boston is moved back to 3 o'clock.
Yep, we started back to 3 o'clock today because we had been at 2 o'clock. We were one of the only East Coast, and Florida also started back to 3 o'clock. Yeah.
Wow.
So, yes, I believe that she's playing Monica's sister. That, Monica very recently found she had. See, I'm so torn on this. I mean, when I first heard the premise of this, I was like, I don't love them playing a new sister that we've never heard of for Monica, who was an orphan with no family all this time.
Well, I mean, if she was an orphan, she wouldn't have known if she had a sister.
Right. But the letter. Martin had that letter, found that letter at Drew's that character was from the character that was to Monica from that sister.
Yeah.
And I don't love that without Leslie being able to play it. However, when I found out that the story idea was Jane's,
she knows the history, so she knows the character.
And I'm like, I trust her. She's the queen.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
On board. As soon as I found out, I was completely on board. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, no, we will definitely see how it goes. Folks, just in case you're wondering, next Monday Night Raw starts at 7, so we won't be going up against them for too long. Because they'll be starting at 7, an hour before us.
We won't be here next Monday night anyway, because we're going to be on.
Oh, yeah, that's in general, starting next Monday, it's going live at 7.
Oh, okay. All right.
But they want to get an hour kick. They want to get an hour ahead of Monday Night Football for the football season to see if they could keep people on Netflix rather than NFL. But yeah, so Boston and Florida went to 3 p.m. today. So what do you guys have on at 2 now? Is it just like a talk show or something?
Yeah, Jennifer Hudson was on at 2:00.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
So they kind of switched Jennifer Hudson and GH. That's interesting.
Yeah.
But now now at least you can watch Beyond the Gates and then General Hospital.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah.
And for those of you who remember or who realized it, last week's Beyond the Gates were all repeats.
Yes.
They started back with a new one today. And let me tell you, it was really, really good.
And everybody knows the reason for that, right? The reason they've been doing the weeks of repeats?
They want to get more viewers.
No, it's because for their first season, they only got a 200 episode order.
Oh.
And usually, a regular order for soaps is like 270.
Well, I know they got 230 for.
They got 238 for the for next season. So there'll be less repeats, but there will still be some. Because
actually, it really wouldn't be less because those 38 episodes are counting for what we didn't have this year of January to February. So because they started in February, so those 38 episodes just take up that little bit.
No, because they don't go calendar year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they go from their premiere to their just like the seasons. Yeah, the seasons all. Like we got the email today about the CBS fall premiere season, when the new seasons of Young and the Restless and Bold and the Beautiful and The Price is Right and all of that start. But Beyond the Gates wasn't on that list because their season starts at a different time.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yep. All right. Well, either way. All right. So either way, the soaps are soaping. I haven't watched Young and the Restless, but they've had quite a number of cast announcements this week alone. Mm-hmm. The former Griffin, Matt Cohen, the former Franco, Roger Howarth, and so many more going over to General City.
Tamara Braun's going over there.
Tamara
Billy
Braun,
Flynn, Dave went over there, and it's funny because Michael Mueller just left Young and the Restless and went to Days to take over Billy Flynn's character.
Yep.
Lucas Adams, who was also on Days, and they stole him from Days to play the new Noah Newman that Rory Gibson had played.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And Robert Adamson had played him too.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, he's becoming a blonde for the first time, so that should be interesting.
So, a lot of casting shakeups going on. I did see that Thorsten Kaye is going to do a crossover on Beyond the Gates as the Ridge Forrester character. That's I guess he's got a storyline with Danny Dupree. So either way,
they did a crossover with Young and the Restless recently.
I saw that.
Too. Yeah.
Yep, I saw that with Devon. I think that was his name. But yeah, I like that the CBS soaps are all still in the same universe. because I know that it was nice when All My Children, One Life to Live, they were all in the same universe. They would go back and forth.
They still are now. But yes,
Yeah,
I agree. It is nice because you can do the crossovers, and I like it because it can bring new viewers that way too, from your other soap to that one, which I really like.
Exactly. Yeah. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we talked about so Bob says the fall preview for Joss has her having a secret relationship with Vaughn like they did with Dex.
It doesn't surprise me because it probably wouldn't be okay for her to be dating her handler.
Right. Exactly. But I gotta say the Drew storyline, the two big storylines right now are Drew and the 5 poppies, and that's pretty much all we've seen. We've seen Kai and Trina, and I like how they were in the house when Drew was shot.
Yeah. Whoops. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. Wrong time to go there.
The 9 to 5 story happening with Rick in Alexis's basement.
Yes. Oh God, that's hilarious. And I love how Alexis just said, "Oh yeah, it's a good thing that Ava had a ball gag in her car."
Yeah. And I like when she was putting it back or trying to put it back in Rick's mouth. She's like, "Come on, be a good boy. Be a good boy." Freaking comedic gold. I absolutely love the possibilities.
It's a fantastic story. And then today with Ava coming over with the phone and saying, "We got to figure out what to do with his emails and his call." Like they're text messages. Popular.
Who knew? Yeah.
Exactly. But they're text messages. They're not even emails. I don't know. Either way, I like where they're going with the Cody and Molly relationship. Yeah. The little bit of angst, Molly still, not trusting him and just saying, "We'll go our separate ways. You can call me in an emergency or whatever."
Yeah.
But I kind of, the fact that Josh Kelly asked to be taken off contract and go on recurring, he's been getting a lot meatier stuff.
Yes.
I like it.
Yes. He just, mainly the reason is because he had some other stuff that he was doing on the side that he wanted the time for. So, yeah. Yep. Valentin and Charlotte are back too. And there's a new Charlotte.
There is.
And the reason for Charlotte is that old Charlotte is a junior in high school, Scarlett Fernandez. Yep. And she is a star volleyball player. So this is a very important time for her as far as college scouting and stuff like that, because she's a junior now.
Yeah.
So she wants to focus on her volleyball.
Which makes sense. Yeah. But I gotta say, the girl they cast, Bluesy Burke, who's the daughter of Billy Burke, who my wife informed me was the father in Twilight. In the Twilight movies, because I'm sorry, I've read all the books.
That was the one thing. Hunger Games, I'm all over it. Divergent, I was all over it. Harry Potter, I never went anywhere close to the Twilights. Never saw any of the movies. Never read any of the books. My daughters weren't like crazy about them. They read them, but they weren't like, "Oh my God, this is my identity life now," which I have no problem with kids doing that. It just wasn't something that they did. So it wasn't something that affected me that much.
Yeah, I did read all the books. I've seen a few of the movies. I'm sorry, I can't get into sparkly vampires. That to me is just
Supernatural's making fun of it.
But yeah, so I never watched Supernatural, so.
God, I love Supernatural, but I'm not surprised.
I think I've seen a couple of episodes because of Sebastian Roche being in there. But
fabulous on that show, yeah.
And he's also playing the father on Fire Country. Yeah. I don't even know what that show is. I've never heard of it. So, but yeah, so Bluesy Burke.
What? Is that the one about the prisoners who are firefighters?
I have no idea.
They're the prisoners who are firefighters out in LA. They help fight like the wildfires and stuff like that. They're like rehab program for them or something. I think that's the one.
Okay.
I don't watch any of the fighting shows. So yeah.
Okay. So Daisy says yes. So, all right. So now we know that her for what her father's playing, but Bluesy Burke is playing Charlotte, and I tell you, Mark Teschner did a fantastic job casting this girl because she looks like Scarlett Fernandez, an older version, of course, but she does look just like Lulu.
Yes, she does. And I know a lot of people are like, but she's so tall. Listen, I am 5'1.5". Every one of my children is taller than me. All of my children were taller than me before they hit high school. My son was taller than me in like 5th grade.
Yeah. I outgrew both my parents by freshman year of high school.
Yeah. Them's the breaks. That's how it goes. Yeah,
exactly.
So my ex-husband was tall, but they're tall. My son's taller than him too. My children are tall people. That's just how it goes.
And not to mention, generally speaking, you get your height from your grandfather's family. At least that's what I was told. So your father's father, I don't know, something like that. At least that's what I was told, because my grandfather was tall like me, and I outgrew my dad by freshman year of high school.
I'll have to ask my father. I don't know if my grandfather was tall. He died way before I was born, so I'll have to ask my father if he was tall. But my father is not tall. My kids are taller than him too.
Yeah.
So
I don't know, but either way, so she did great, and I like how they brought her in as the counselor in training for Lila's kids, which at this point in the Northeast, school is back in session, but they're just at that cusp, and it's okay. We've had a couple of preemptions and stuff, so it makes sense. But I like how they did it, and how she brought Scout to the Quartermains, and and I like how she told Lulu, I don't regret it. I did what I thought was right. And just to see Lulu being a mother and kind of acknowledging her own faults,
right?
Because I like how she said, I know that you're, whatever, but you get that from me.
Yes, exactly. You did what I would have done. And now, like I would have had to, you have to face the consequences as well. I like that as well.
Exactly. So, yep. So that's what that boils down to. I enjoy, I'm enjoying it. I like it. All right. So we've got those stories. I gotta ask though, why the hell Lucas didn't know about Portia being blackmailed by Drew, because I'm wondering why she was even asked to scrub in, to Drew's surgery. Because then she's the one that's faced with the dilemma: do I do this and make him bleed out, or do I do the right thing? And
because why did Lucas do surgery on his sister?
Well, that's true.
You don't do things. That's the thing. You don't ever. There's no. Yeah. And that's one of those. It's a soap opera things.
That's true. Yep, you're absolutely right. But that actually brings us to our what the fudge moment of the week, in the fact that Drew survived surgery. We knew it was going to happen, but Drew is not dead. And we've seen some previews, and I know he says, well, that's the last thing I remember. But the fact that he was on the floor, and then Trina touching the blanket, and the way that they shot that with Trina and Kai, and Kai's like, no, get out. No, let's call 911. Well, we can't be here. What do we have to do? There's no reason for us to be here. There's a reason for Kai to be there, being Drew's assistant, but there's no reason for Trina to be there. And the way that it all worked out was absolutely hilarious. And just seeing Trina and and Kai going back and forth. I was dying.
Mm-hmm.
I really was dying.
Mm-hmm.
It's just absolutely hilarious how it happened. And then of course, then Kai leaving the door open just enough that it's not closed, and Tracy coming in, and then calling 911, and saying, "Don't you die on me now." I liked the family the family tie that Tracy showed. Almost like saying, I know he's an asshole, but he's our asshole.
Yes. Yep.
So, and you're right, Steve, his fingerprints will be on the bat.
Yeah.
Him coming out of the bedroom with the bat.
Although, I mean, he's Drew's assistant or whatever. You know what I mean? He's his intern. He can say, oh, he had me get the bat for, he wanted to play ball with Scout, so he asked me to go get the bat,
Agreed. That
his fingerprint in there makes sense.
Yeah. Trina's doesn't make sense at all. So she touched the blanket. Now, granted, the blanket is full of blood, so. Yeah.
And really, is there fingerprints on a blanket?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
But also, I mean, her fingerprints being there would also make sense. She's Kai's girlfriend.
Yeah.
I was working. I invited my girlfriend to come sit with me. They can. Yeah. Monica's death affects Tracy and Jason the most. Jason gives the big eulogy. I don't think he'll be done with Sonny. I don't think that's a true spoiler, that he'll be done with Sonny after Monica's death.
So. I don't think Kai is going to get framed for this.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if he's a suspect at first, but I don't think I don't think that's going to be what happens. Although Portia and Curtis's preview was that they're embroiled in a courtroom drama. So that could be about Drew, or it could be about their divorce.
Yeah.
He's not going to be done. I mean, he may stop working for Sonny, which he already pretty much has, but he's not going to be done with Sonny. That's not going to be a thing that happens.
Yeah.
He's still going to be friends with Sonny. He's still going to help Sonny. It's not, yeah.
But folks, the What the Fudge moment of the week is brought to you by What the Fudge Homemade Confections in New Haven, Connecticut. So if you're in the New Haven area, you can go to whatthefudgect.com or facebook.com/whatthefudgect and order some fantastic homemade fudge. And I do want to congratulate, like I posted on Facebook, congratulations to What the Fudge Homemade Confections for their first prize win on the North Haven Fair adult candy competition this past weekend. The chocolate lemon fudge won first prize. So congratulations. Definitely try, if you get a chance to, if you're in the New Haven, Connecticut area or an area where you're coming to be traveling through and can set up a meet, check it out and try the homemade fudge. I was there with her on Thursday and Saturday. The chocolate lemon fudge is fantastic. She also started the pumpkin spice fudge. So again, go to whatthefudgect.com. It is made in a homemade kitchen or a cottage kitchen, so she can't ship. But if you're in the New Haven area or traveling through the New Haven, Connecticut area, hit her up, get some fudge. It is absolutely delicious. And actually, if you want to go to our merch shop on Threadless, you can buy the What the Fudge t-shirt, which again, merch.suds-media.com. And that's our merch shop, and the What the Fudge shirt is there. So that was our What the Fudge moment of the week. But now we're about to jump in our DeLorean as we get ready.
We're sending you back to the future.
And we're going to today in general hospital history. I'm going to turn it over to Professor Angela.
All right, I got 2 weeks for you guys. We're going back to August 26th. 1977, Steve and Audrey got married. In 2011, as Jason went into surgery, the women in his life wondered what might have been. 2022, Ava was attacked by the hook. August 27th, 2010, Patrick told Robin he wouldn't give up on their marriage, and then Lisa threw herself in front of Robin's car. In 2012, Ian Buchanan returned after a 23-year absence. And also in 2012, Jerry announced that he had poisoned Port Charles' water supply. August 28th, 1998. During Helena's arraignment for Catherine's murder, she shocked everyone in the courtroom by revealing a not-so-dead Catherine. 2018, John Lindstrom as Kevin visited his psychotic brother Ryan at Ferncliff, and Ryan managed to knock him unconscious and take his place. And in 2020, Carly lost her grip on Nell, who plunged to her death.
I remember that.
Yep. August 29th, 1984. As Rose Kelly made plans to leave town, she asked Ruby to run the restaurant Kelly's for her. 2005, Emily broke up with Nicholas because of his lingering feelings for Courtney. 2011, as his loved ones waited for news, Jason's life flashed before his eyes during his surgery. August 30th, 1994, Maxie met Foster the dog and quickly developed a crush on Lucky. 1996, Mac, Tom, and Lucy arrived too late to stop Kevin from taking Felicia. 2024, Sonny Corinthos shot Jagger Cates dead. August 31st, 1990, Robert, Anna, Sean, and Frisco succeeded with their plan to drive Faison out of Port Charles. Sadly, he came back, but they succeeded for that. 1995, Laura asked Sonny to end his partnership with Luke. 2010, Brooklyn told Lulu that Carly was the one who paid her to seduce Dante. 2020, Alexis found Neil dead in her bed. 2023, Nicholas was revealed to be alive and with Austin. September 1st, 1981, Bert warned Heather to leave Anna alone. 2006, Anna alone, not Anna. 2006, Alexis Davis, while she was about to undergo surgery for her lung cancer, asked Sam to promise her that she would never reunite with Jason. That didn't go well. September 2nd, 1992, Scotty and Dominique took a chartered plane back to Port Charles after waking up drunk together in Vegas and realizing they had gotten married. And they fought the whole way back. Only thing they could agree on, they both wanted a divorce as soon as they could. 2003, Emily and Xander got married. They thought was her breast cancer-stricken deathbed. Nicholas watched forlornly from outside of the room as they exchanged their vows in front of Liz.
Hold on.
What?
Xander married Emily in what she thought was her deathbed. Isn't that the same thing that happened with Willow and Chase? Chase thought he was dying and being paralyzed or whatever.
It happened. It's been many people have done this. Yes. Okay. September 3rd. Yes, it's a pretty big soap opera trope. I'm going to die. Let's get married. And then they don't get married. I really want to be with somebody else. Okay. September 3rd, 1981. Leslie didn't want to reunite with Rick simply because they both wanted a bed partner. 1993. Stone and Robin met for the first time at Jagger and AJ's boxing match. And it did not go well. Stone was rude. She thought he was a jerk. Love came later. 2010, Sonny and Brenda came face to face in Rome. September 4th, 1996, Alan told Robin about her new HIV treatment options. 2002, Vanessa Marcel returned to GH as Brenda Barrett. She had been presumed dead since 1998. 2009, Molly dunked the men of Port Charles at the carnival. 2015, this is always a good one, Sonny was shot. Love when that happens. 2018, Kim told Elizabeth that she did not know how to tell Drew that Oscar was dying. 2019, Mac became chief of detectives. September 5th, 1980. Monica agreed to move back to the mansion, but made it clear she intended to make Alan's life miserable. 1995, Holly Sutton and Robert shared an emotional goodbye when she left for Australia, which was the end of Emma Sam's original run on the show. 1986, Burt Ramsey was revealed to be Mr. Big. 1994, Felicia told Max she was pregnant, but didn't know if he or Frisco was the father. It ended up being Frisco. 2003, this was another great whodunit. After Courtney, Faith, and Rick were all seen getting behind the wheel of a car, Elizabeth was run over. 2013, Diane told the court Franco was not responsible for his crimes because he had a brain tumor. 2019, Sam told Jason and Liz that Drew's plane was missing. 2022, Trina found the letter Spencer had written to her. September 6, 1985, Kimberly McCullough debuted as Robin Scorpio, the secret daughter of Robert and Anna. I hated her from jump. I could not stand her. Nothing. Kimberly McCullough is awesome. She's very fun, very whatever. But Robin, I hated her as a child. She reminded me of that robot on Small Wonder. Sam wed who she thought was Jason, but later turned out to be Drew.
Yeah.
2023, Cody began his plan to break Sasha out of Ferncliff. September 7th, Christina Wagner, who was at that time Christina Melandro, debuted as Felicia Cummings. 2006, Liz got confirmation that she was pregnant with Jake. She didn't know who daddy was. 2012, Jason realized that the baby that died was not Sam's baby. 2018, Julian offered Christina the bartender job at Charlie's. 2022, Dante and Sam officially moved in together. 2021, Nina was surprised to see Jax in Nixon Falls. And now, September 8th, 2000, Carly tried to convince Jason to take her and Michael away. And she was so upset when he told her that while he did love her, they would never succeed as a couple, and he knew that she had already fallen for Sonny. 2009, Edward had a heart attack while driving and crashed into the carnival. And in 2010, Sonny and Brenda shared an emotional goodbye. And all I have to say is, Brenda, come get your man. It's time. Come on. Come get him. He's just right there waiting for you. Just get him. And that was
Today in General Hospital History. Thank you so much for all of your history lessons, Professor Angela. They are absolutely fantastic. I love them. So Bob, we've answered this twice already.
I've answered that already multiple times. No, I do not think Jason is going to drop Sonny completely because Monica dies. I don't think that's going to happen. He's already pretty much stopped working for Sonny already. He's not going to drop him. No.
I have to say, I like what Stella's doing. I like how Stella is just playing everything like, hey, you know what? I did this because everybody deserves medical, insurance, and I would do it again. And Curtis yeah, but you're facing jail time, exactly. and the fact that and the fact that Martin is the one that Drew ratted on and he can't represent her, that was absolutely hilarious. The way that Martin figured out that Drew stabbed him in the back.
He was the one, right? Yeah, that was. It was sad because Stella's just doing the Lord's work. Jeez, Jeez, Drew. Yeah. Well, I mean, Monica hated Sonny, and she blamed Sonny for everything, people's deaths in her family that, were technically, and she blamed him for turning her son into a killer. And, she really did hate Sonny. She never made her peace with Sonny. So I understand why Monica hated Sonny, but Jason's not going to drop Sonny. It's not going to happen. Not because of that. He loves Monica, but he's not going to turn his back on Sonny.
Right.
I wish he would. Believe me, I want him to turn his back on Sonny more than you could possibly know. But yeah.
Yeah. So Daisy actually points out that Congressman Zeta's fingerprints are undoubtedly on a federal database, and he'd need to have a background check. So they'll find his prints there on the bat anyway. So that makes sense. But
Yeah,
the fact
except
that
that
he's
it's a federal hospital and they might not stick to that.
right.
You never know. I'm just saying, what you say makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
They don't always,
And it doesn't always translate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see what else has been going on. So
but I have a spoiler.
Oh, another spoiler. Okay. Well, Chad, you might want to close your ears. Here comes another spoiler.
Well, ish.
Okay.
The doctor who plays the other OBGYN taped today.
I saw that online.
Yes. Someone is pregnant. I have a feeling it's going to be Portia just because she slept with Curtis and Drew so close together.
Curtis and Isaiah,
yeah. They could do a pregnancy scare with Joss. I don't think that they'll actually make her pregnant, but they could do a scare. Willow could be pregnant.
Yep.
So there are a few options.
And
but I have a feeling it's going to be Portia.
Could be. And if you're having some trouble in your love life and you don't know who your baby daddy is, you might need some love coaching, and you can get your love coach this way. Are you having problems in the bedroom? Are you having problems with your sex life? Well, I know just who to talk to, and that's Lori. CoachingByLori.com is where you could set up voice, video, or text sessions to talk about sex, to talk about intimacy, kinks, fetishes, taboos, fantasies, or your sexuality. You could talk about coming out and what to expect when you come out. Lori is a sex therapist and talks about your sexual health. Lori's offering all new clients 20% off their first session with the coupon code WELCOME. That's Coaching by Lori, LORIE.com. Coupon code WELCOME, WELCOME, for 20% off your first session. All right. And while we were in break, Steve asked, isn't she too old? And you're right. Age is fluid. And the fact, and honestly, women, as long as they don't go through menopause, women can get pregnant into their 50s.
Yeah.
So, I mean, theoretically speaking, let's say, Trina's.
I keep reminding my sister-in-law with the 8 children of that fact. She's very I don't understand why. I'm just spouting science.
But the fact that Trina's in college, let's say she's 21 years old. So I mean, theoretically speaking, Portia could be 47. And maybe to that, something to that, and maybe even younger. So she's still in childbearing age. I mean, Carly had a late in life pregnancy with Donna. So,
I mean, Carly was like 45, but still, you're right. I mean, the two, it's absolute. They haven't said that she can't. So,
right, exactly.
Hey, my sister-in-law, her oldest is 22, her youngest is 2. And she is just in her, I think she just turned 40 this year.
Wow. Okay.
41 this year. Yeah.
All right. Anywho, that's a lot that's going on. I liked how Willow allowed Alexis to go with her to get Scout instead of being like instead of being like, no, there's a restraining order. And Alexis like, restraining order be damned, I'm coming with you. And she's like, all right, come on.
Yeah.
That to me means that she felt like that Willow understands that Scout needs her family. And I knew that I knew that Alexis was smart enough not to have Scout come to her house. And well, I mean, besides the restraining order against her and Christina and Molly, but also they have that visitor that's ball gagged in the basement. Could you imagine Scout staying there and going downstairs and
I know she's going to look for the Jenga set.
Yeah, and Rick being down there strapped to a bed with a ball gag in his mouth, like Grandma Alexis has a BDSM dungeon. I mean,
right? Just be like, this is something I wish I could unsee. Brain boot.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I mean, they have quite a number of different pregnancy scares that they could go with. Because and even chasing Brooklyn, maybe he's not shooting blanks after all, according to Daisy. So, and the fact that they could be moving towards chasing Willow, having Brooklyn pregnant now may actually be such a soapy mess.
Well, I mean, I think that if they're going to make Brooklyn pregnant, it should be a Who's the Daddy with Chase and Dante.
Agreed. And
end up being Chase's, but a Who's the Daddy with Chase and Dante.
Yeah, and then that'll just eat at Lulu too.
I'm a big fan of Who's the Daddies on soaps. I think that most children on soaps should be a Who's the Daddy.
But the biggest question is, has Maury Povich ever come on a soap to say you are the father or you are not the father? That would be awesome if he was actually the judge in one of these cases to come on and say you are.
On Sunny alone.
Yeah, seriously. Oh, that would be hilarious. I know Maury Povich is still alive, so let's get him as a judge on one of these soaps with a paternity test, or even as a doctor to come out and say there's a 99% chance you are the father.
Yes.
But whatever. Anyway, so have you been keeping up with the other soaps besides General Hospital?
Ish. I mean, I'm following them. I haven't been watching them as religiously as I watch GH because crazy summer. But starting next week, that stops. Starting next week, all 4 of them every day, because my life gets a little less complicated next week. Which I'm saying for
Beyond the Gates has been great.
Yeah.
I've been following Beyond the Gates.
Yeah.
What was that?
I'm going to be catching up on all of the Beyond the Gates. So.
And we will get Gate Crashers back, folks. We're still trying to figure out the timing and the days and everything because it is tough to do 2 shows on a Monday night.
Yes.
But we'll have to figure that out and go forward. We still watch Beyond the Gates. We may actually at some point just bring Beyond the Gates onto Suds News and just talk about them with General Hospital at some point, possibly. However, I do want to let everybody know, as I'm going down to Samantha's Friends event this coming weekend, on Sunday during the brunch, I am going to be sitting with Mr. Mike Manning, who plays Steve on Beyond the Gates, as well as a character on The Bay, which Kim and I will be back with Dockside at the Bay after my trip as well. And also, Mike Manning is just all around a fantastic actor, and he's a wrestling fan. So, there's a lot that I'm going to be able to talk to him about this weekend. And I will get a chance to apologize to Finola Hughes as well for walking right by her with Laura Wright's championship belt. And, so there's a lot I'm looking forward to this. Yes, exactly. Yeah. Very, very awkward.
And you'll, of course, be hitting them all up to come onto the podcast-a-thon.
Oh, yes. I'm going to be going down with a multitude of business cards and everything. So, Collette, yes.
It looks, from the spoilers that I've seen, it looks like he is going to be keeping it a secret. I think it's all going to come out in November.
Agreed.
Which is what that's been my prediction for a while, is that it was a November sweeps reveal. Yeah.
Chad says, no, I actually give Willow credit there for allowing Alex to go with her when exactly she could have made a whole thing about Drew.
Mm-hmm.
And which image are you talking about, Chad? About Maury Povich coming on?
Coming down to the basement and seeing.
Oh, yes, that's right. Yeah.
Dungeon.
Yeah, yep. All right, let's see. We've kind of gone over, let's see, Kai and Trina, Joss and Vaughn, Jason and Britt, Drew's, the person shooting Drew. Um, yeah, Maury, when it comes to Baby Robinson, Curtis, you are not the father.
The father, yes.
So let's see how that goes on and how everything goes. I think we're just about out of time. We kind of covered everything. And, like I said, these past 2 weeks have been so centered around Drew's shooting as well as the, the 5 poppies. We've kind of gone over just about everything. We didn't talk about Sonny and Diane's conversation, but I do like how Diane asked, well, okay, so you're not just being nice to buy me a coffee. What do you need?
She knows.
Yeah, she does know. And so she knows what, and hopefully we do get to see more of Diane with all this going on and Michael being the main suspect and everything going on. So I'm enjoying it. Number one, first and foremost, General Hospital has been the absolute best soap opera on TV right now.
Oh, absolutely. And this month is going to be great because they're killing Monica. Monica's death is going to be this month.
Yep.
I'm assuming it's going to be a little bit later in the month because Erica Slezak's character shows up right after the funeral, shortly after the funeral, and she just started filming today. They've already filmed Monica's death and the funeral, but they don't film in order. So they had already filmed that before their Labor Day break. So, but it's going to be this month. So.
Yeah. And Drew was there. So we know he's out of the hospital at that point.
Mm-hmm.
But I got to say, all right, so with Beyond the Gates, and I am going to say this: if you watch today's episode, you see Chelsea manage to fight off Allison, who's coming at her with a knife. And I'm sorry, but I really wish, like, I know that soap operas bring in intimacy coordinators for love scenes. Yes. Why don't they bring in fight coordinators, like an ex-professional wrestler, to help out?
Because they're on a shoestring budget. They're on a shoestring budget.
Yeah, well, they do have
coordinators have to be in. They have to have intimacy.
I think they need fight coordinators too. I mean, they have a lot of ex-WWE people they could pull from, and
yes, but that's money.
Yeah, that may be money, but sometimes it's for the experience of the show. But anyways, either way, Beyond the Gates has been great, and coming back today and seeing Chelsea, get rescued. And I got to hand it to Ted, who pulled a quick one on Leslie. That was great too. So either way, check out everything. And now for you folks in Florida and Boston, where Beyond the Gates comes on at 2 and GH comes on at 3, you can watch both of them back to back. I end up watching YouTube TV or Hulu or Paramount. Either way, I am getting my fix of my soap operas. So we are out of time. As always, thank you so much for tuning in. 264 people watching live. We actually got 3 likes on Facebook tonight. So thank you so much for tuning in. Hit that like button and subscribe if you're not subscribed to our YouTube. Go over to YouTube right now, suds-media.com. Hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. We've got stuff for professional wrestling, or should I say, excuse me. I have to start referring to it as sports entertainment, because Real American Freestyle is now the new definition of professional wrestling. So either way, whether it's WWE, AEW, TNA, or RAF, you will get wrestling content. You will get soaps content. I am in the middle of booking a major interview with Eric Bischoff, who was the EVP of WCW, but is now the chief media officer of Real American Freestyle. He and I have been going back. We were supposed to have an interview last weekend. Unfortunately, he got called to do an interview for Fox News the very same night, so we had to postpone it. But I'm working on it. So check it out, whether it's RAF content, whether it's sports entertainment, wrestling content, or soaps content, suds-media.com. Hit that subscribe button and turn on those notifications. Angela, where can everybody find you?
Twitter, Brooklyn74. Facebook and Instagram, Angela Ryan Duncan. And I'm all over Parade. After we sign off here, I'm doing about 10 articles tonight. So, and very, very soon, my new site. To get it launched. Oh, God, get it finished.
All right. And as always, on Facebook and Twitter, you can find me at Vinny Suds, at Suds Media on Twitter, which is a network page, which I usually use most of all. But also Instagram is Suds and Squared Circle Media. TikTok is Suds_squared_circle, which I'm going to try to change to something a little easier. But either way, check it out. Again, suds-media.com goes directly to our YouTube page. Go ahead and subscribe. Folks, we will be back, remember, this coming Sunday, September 14th at 8 p.m. live to talk all about this week's General Hospital episodes, because I'll be in Florida. So, folks, for Angela, I'm Vinny. We will see you Sunday for the next episode of Suds News. Have a great night, everybody.
Bye.